I like that. I like being from the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I want up north, I want people to notice that. And you know, when you, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't meet that, maybe too many people wouldn't be coming up over here, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to deal with so many people.
Have you ever visited New York, though?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
Definitely.
I mean, it's
Just hang out, just go to the village.
I think I should.
You'll never want to leave, ever.
I know. I was thinking about that lately.
You ever been to Castro in San Francisco?
I haven't. Not yet.
We were there like
a couple days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago.
I do want to go to New York.
No, New York's definitely like. But also, like, we've been doing a road trip for days now, and we stopped in pretty much every city so far.
Nothing.
But I mean, there's nothing that really compares to New York.
Yeah, in the world.
And just like anything you want to do at any time of day, it's all there.
Yeah. Bars close there at like 4:35.
Like the streets here are busy at 2 a.m. It's like that 24 hours a day. On any block in New York.
In the entire city.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when they say the city that doesn't sleep,
They're not joking. It literally never stops.
Oh my God.
24 hours a day. If you want to do something, it's out there for you.
That sounds great. But aren't apartments like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
You got to be making $500,000 a month to afford something. But it's ridiculously expensive.
To live in a hole in the wall, it's like $2,000 a month.
Yeah, like a small studio apartment is a good $1,800 a month.
Yeah, and it has rats too. We're not talking about a nice place.
A shit apartment is $1,800.
And people line up to pay it. They line up to pay it.
Line up?
I mean, like I said, there's almost 9 million people in the city.
Oh my God.
And there's always, a million people trying to move into the city.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
you're just fighting with everybody. It's a mess.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But, at the same time, there's always something going on.
Yeah. Like once you're in there and you're living there, it's definitely worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. You'd never look back once you went there.
Right.
The people that live in the city, they don't even leave the city, because everything's there.
Yeah,
They literally don't leave.
No one has a car.
Ever. No one has a car
Huh.
because of the subway there is so good.
Oh.
Subway there.
So wonderful.
Yeah, Subway. It's one of only like 2 subways in the world that runs 24 hours a day.
Hookers. What kind of hookers do you guys have up there?
They clean them everywhere.
No, they're everywhere. They cleaned them up, but they're still there.
Find them. They're in the Bronx.
Believe me.
Oh, okay.
If you could think, New York is. If you could think of an extreme on any subject, like in the world,
Yes.
New York fits that extreme.
What about male hookers? Do you guys have male hookers up there?
Of course.
I'm
you kidding me?
sure.
No,
Everywhere.
we know for a fact they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Christopher Street.
Just go to Christopher Street.
Christopher Street
Oh my goodness. Like,
You like transsexuals?
people standing out on the side of the street.
Everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere.
I mean, you have religious people down here in New York. You couldn't find a religious person for miles.
No, you can. They just don't count for anything.
But like, the thing is, they have no say, nobody listens.
There's like 8 people in New York that go to church every week. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
New York's not like this at all. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it. In comparison to this, because it's just nothing like it.
Are there male hookers here?
Not really.
No.
We have one. I think we have one hooker. And she's
What?
What?
It sounds like a number 1 cooker.
Oh, God.
No competition.
I met one of the New York hookers that came down here. They looked a lot. She's 80. And I mean,
Well, there's a reason why she left New York, because she probably couldn't get any business.
To be honest with you, no, that's bullshit because it doesn't matter how old you are. In New York, there's always business there.
There's always somebody.
There's always someone that's into it, whatever it is.
Maybe it's just the winter gets a little rough.
You think about it, Houston has like 4 million people or something like that. New York has like more than twice that many people, and I guarantee you it's in a smaller area,
so much
much smaller area. New York, if you go in Manhattan, every single building is like 8 stories or taller.
No, 8?
You can walk
Something
across
like that.
the aisle.
16 at least, I feel like.
It's
No,
crazy.
not everything.
It's so it's
majority
just
of it.
nothing like anything that we've seen in the anywhere in the Midwest
You
or
can
the South.
walk across it.
Yeah, you can walk across Manhattan.
Do you guys have animals?
like what kind of animals?
Like dogs, cats?
Like our wilderness animals?
No. Squirrels.
See, yeah, this is the thing, like,
Squirrels and pigeons, that's about it.
if you drive like 10, 15 minutes out of the city,
Yeah.
and here you have like livestock, like
If you leave
cows.
the city, yeah.
We don't have anything like that. You drive 10, 15 minutes out of the city, it's
suburbs.
still city.
It's
Yeah.
suburbs for 100
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah, literally,
There's
if you look at a
no-
map, if you look at northern New Jersey, it's 80 miles wide. People commute from Pennsylvania, which is like 90 miles away.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever known woodland creatures?
Yeah, not really.
They have, like,
There's some
they have, like,
deer.
state parks.
Yeah, deer and
They have
bear.
like state parks
When
around.
the circus comes to town,
Yeah,
that's
they-
really about it.
They
If
break
anyone
it.
smokes, you're welcome to smoke, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Not a
right.
smoker. But yeah, they every so often, because we've had a lot of deforestation, they run around. They run around suburban
Well, I mean,
towns.
deer. Deer is all the only thing we
Deer.
really
You
have.
see deer here and
Pretty
there,
much,
but
yeah.
basically
That's
that's
it.
it.
Not a lot.
It's literally like suburbs.
Some bears, though.
Yeah, some bears. If then we have
Black
snakes,
bears, brown
snakes and
bears.
but
Some cobras. That's about it.
Do you guys remember that movie Song of the South?
Son of Sam,
Not Song of the South.
Summer of Sam.
Disney movie. Song of the South.
Oh, Song of the South. Yeah.
And they won't release it because it's racist.
Right.
Really?
At this point, I think as time is going on, remember how people said that the South became kind of sore about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point, it's getting, and then people said that the South would get so sore about it. At this point, I felt the thing. I felt so sore because we have a lot of animals, and in that movie, there's a lot of animals, and that's kind of like what the South is about. A lot of animals. We have a lot of deer. We have a lot of raccoons.
Right.
Raccoons, lots of frogs.
Raccoons in town.
Yes.
Frogs?
Lots of frogs. Alligators are just to the right to us. And
You have a lot of bears down here. Not too many?
if anywhere in the United States it wouldn't surprise you, it would be here.
Yeah.
We have that many. I'm sure we have a bear. I'm sure.
Yeah?
I'm sure we do.
Have you ever seen a bear or no?
Lots of snakes.
Really?
Oh, yes. Lots of snakes. And,
Where are the snakes? Just like on the side of the street?
snakes are so bad.
Yeah.
Really?
Don't forget, just to the right to us is the alligators and the
Oh my
snakes.
God.
That's swamp. You're dead in the swamp.
Yeah.
We're talking the Amazon jungle. We're talking,
Really?
yes. We're talking death.
Kill you
The
right there.
anaconda is just to the right to us in Louisiana. And in Texas, it's the same thing. We don't have the swamp because we have land just
Right.
beneath us. We don't have the swamp. We're a dry swamp, and we have all the animals except for the alligators. They like the water. So we have the snakes. We have that many snakes.
Anacondas?
Oh, you'll find those. Believe it or not, they're not indigenous.
More like South America, I thought.
Yeah, I thought they were South American.
You ain't coming back from it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Any-
you ain't
any
coming back
snake
from
bites
it,
you.
so
Have you ever seen any snakes or dealt with any snakes?
yes,
Really?
yes. Snakes are a way of life down here.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a dry swamp.
I mean, if you get bit by a snake, is it dead? You're dying soon, or can you still survive?
You'll survive and you'll be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You will survive and you will be okay. I promise you that.
Okay, I feel better now.
Bit by a snake?
I haven't been bit by a snake, but there's so many of them down here. There's just so many already, you just gotta be careful. But that's only when you're kind of in the woods right there.
Right.
So you just gotta not get bit.
That's the goal.
God.
Do you know anyone who's got bit by a snake?
No, you can't learn that young. You can't learn that really young.
Don't go in the woods.
Don't play with them. How if they start to move around you, don't move. Just like and if it starts to move towards you, run for your life.
Really?
Yes.
It's great.
So basically,
You guys like snakes?
should we?
No, we don't have any kind of
No,
snakes
we don't
near
really.
us.
We have a few snakes.
We saw a guy walking down the street with a snake tonight.
Really?
Yeah. I did see that.
I missed that.
He had like a big snake around his neck.
Snakes are just part of the dry swamp. Mostly, it's every other animal you can ever meet.
Yeah, the
Don't be
bears. I
afraid-
feel like bears are the biggest danger.
Don't be afraid of just snakes.
Should we be on the lookout for bears or like snakes or anything, or what? I mean,
They're very friendly.
oh, okay.
Yes.
This is a relief.
So you have
Nobody
to,
loves a friendly bear or snake.
snakes and spiders, you just have to say, I'm not worried about snakes and spiders. And you just have, remember, you remember the simple rules? They're no, you learn that,
Don't play with them.
Play, play.
Not play with the bear and snakes.
Like just play dead if they're coming at you,
Play
or
with your own snake. And that's it.
God.
Don't touch them. They're
Don't touch him.
But we have animals down here, like raccoons.
Yeah. I think we have
raccoons. It's not like the wilderness,
It's that.
but I mean,
we have a minimal amount of
if
animals.
you think about it, there's a lot of trees at least in New Jersey.
Yeah.
If you flew over New Jersey, you probably wouldn't really see that many houses. You just see a lot of trees.
Yeah.
So there are animals living there, but it's not like, the wilderness or anything like that.
Like Fort Wilderness Disney. It's just like that.
It's just, I just can't even think of a way to describe it other than it's just solid houses, like plots of land that are small. Not that
There's no space between.
there's not. Yeah, there's no space between houses.
Well, how many people live in?
And it goes for like, hundreds of miles like that. It's really, if you drove basically between towns, there's no
Besides
city, town centers.
Besides the signs, you wouldn't know you crossed
exactly.
into different
You would not
towns.
know that you drove into another town. You could drive for 50 miles and you wouldn't realize you were going between towns unless if there were no signs that said you're leaving this town. Because it's just
towns are
solid suburbs everywhere.
Is that what Jersey is? Just suburbs?
Yes.
Yeah.
North Jersey.
North Jersey.
North Jersey.
So what is Jersey? Is it just, what is it?
There's just suburbs everywhere, and there's a few cities like Newark. And
Basically what you have is you have New York City, and then you have suburbs all around,
everywhere.
360 degrees of New York City.
Everywhere.
And then you have
Long Island,
south, you have
Connecticut,
Philadelphia,
New Jersey,
Upstate New
everything
York.
is just like a suburb of New York City because you have
Everything.
so many people in New York City.
Really?
You can't fit any more people in
So
there.
many people.
Connecticut's a suburb?
absolutely.
The entire.
No way.
They call it the tri-state area.
Yeah, they call it the tri-state because the entire eastern half, literally, the eastern half of Connecticut
Yes.
is everybody there. It's a suburb of all commute to New York. The entire eastern half of the state
They have
and the
train
entire
lines that
western
run
half
there.
of the state is like Boston suburb. The thing is, the East Coast from Boston through maybe Washington
DC,
is literally one big city, suburbs, city,
That
suburbs.
cannot happen.
Yeah. They call it the megalopolis because literally it's like a fourth of the country's population lives within 7 hours of Boston to Washington is 7 hours.
So we have New York City,
Yeah.
which is New York City.
Yeah.
And then everything around it, the states around it are suburbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
The entire northern half of New Jersey is a suburb of New York.
Yeah. And the
And the
entire
southern
half is
a suburb of Philadelphia. New Jersey is half of it. The northern half is New York. The southern half is Philadelphia.
What's in Philadelphia?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Scumbag.
nobody.
Awful.
Rocky, that's about it.
People that murder one another.
Human garbage.
It's not a nice. I mean, unless you want to see like the Liberty Bell or something like that, there's not much.
See the Liberty Bell and get stabbed. Yeah, that's kind of the place to go.
Philadelphia is pretty much dumb.
If you want to smell the scent of rotting garbage coming off the Delaware.
Yeah.
Besides New York City, what is there to do for fun?
Well, the thing is, if you live in New York, there's literally an endless supply of things to do.
Okay.
Because
Cocaine.
It's usually a
it's
good
just
one.
like there's like we've been saying there's 9 million people that live in the city.
Yeah. Everybody does
Every
something different.
conceivable thing you can think of, there is. Like there are barbecue places that are just as good as anywhere around here.
Why hasn't it floated with all that suburbia?
Well, the thing is that we've hit like the maximum capacity for New York, but
That's
you
why
literally
it's so
cannot
expensive.
fit. New York's been stable around 9 million people since the 40s because we literally can't fit more.
They're knocking down like 60-story buildings and putting up
80-story buildings, But the suburban area, that's where it expands, but it's so expensive. Like property taxes on if you looked at just a regular house around here, property taxes in New Jersey would be about